Hi, Stacy here today to talk to you about my Disney Store Mega Figurine Star Wars set. This came out last fall and it has about 20 pieces in it. Apologize for the glare there. I'll get these out of the package here shortly and we'll take a look at these individually. But it is made for ages 3 and up. There's your Mega Figurine set, Star Wars logo, your Disney Store logo. It has a handy handle here that you can carry this with, that the Mega figurine sets have. I think this is like the second year they've had Mega figurine sets out. I know the year before they had Frozen. This year they had Princesses and Star Wars, which is huge. There's the back packaging there. In 0 to 3. You should not have these around them. These were made in Vietnam. Disney figurine sets come from Vietnam, China, and Indonesia, and it retailed for $49.95. And let's take a look at what we have here. Whatever came off the box there. Okay, the first one we have is Queen Amidala. This is the only set I'm aware of that has her in it, but her detail is pretty good. I actually think she looks somewhat like Natalie Portman. Don't know if Disney had a set when this first came out. I was in college, I think, when this first movie came out. She is 3.5 inches in height, and she weighs 1.4 ounces. Again, her paint job is pretty good, so if you're using her as a cake topper or collecting her, highly recommend her. And we have Anakin here in his Jedi gear with his green lightsaber. He has pretty good paint job as well. Definitely a likeness to Luke Skywalker, which is key. He has his utility belt there. Overall, again, decent paint job. He has his Star Wars logo, StarWars.com, Disney made in Vietnam there. So he is authentic. He is about 3 3/4 inches high. Weighs 1.2 ounces. I'm just grabbing these at random, but here's Emperor Palpatine, the Emperor, with his staff there, already looking old and decrepit. He is again 3.75 inches in height, weighs 1.4 ounces. Decent job on him. He's got his belt here and his robes, his sunken eyes with the dark circles around them. He's definitely very old. Does not scratch easily. Some of these figurines with these black capes scratch a little easily. He is not one of them, thank goodness. Look at ObiWan Kenobi with the bent lightsaber there. My apologies. They do bend kind of easily. He's okay. His hood kind of gets in his face a little bit there. Obviously, he is the older ObiWan Kenobi. So from the top of his lightsaber to the base, he is 4.5 inches in height and weighs 2.2 ounces. Yeah, I can definitely tell he's heavier. Now, at least one of these figurines in every set has this extra stamp information on them, giving the London information there. It, again, does not scratch. All these figurines I've showed you so far do not scratch easily. I will show you the ones that do scratch easily. So, my only complaint there is that his lightsaber does bend. We've got a member of the Imperial Red Guard there. Another cool piece to have. He weighs 1.6 ounces. Scratches a little easily, so be careful with him if you're collecting him or using him as a cake. About 4 inches in height. Again, there's your Star Wars information there. So be careful with him. He does scratch a little. He's like, his boots crack me up. They're almost like, oh, what's that 70s style boot there? I don't know if he was supposed to be coming off there or what. Platforms. He has platform boots on. Kind of crazy, but he does. There he is. Here's Luke Skywalker. Now there are a couple of versions out, and I suspect with the new Last Jedi movie coming out this Christmas that we'll get an older version of Luke. But here he is in his younger version shooting his gun, his pants, has seen a little action there. Let's see if he... yeah, I can kind of tell a likeness there. His paint job is his eyes are a little wonky. His hairstyle's okay, but his left eye is looking off to the left. And he's got his blaster there, of course. Now, as I was taking this out, I noticed this was even before I took him out. He came off. Now, this is very easily fixed. Sometimes you can even just pop it right back in, but you can use a little bit of super glue there, and it's an easy fix. So, not a huge issue. He weighs 1.2 ounces. And about 3 inches in height. Next we have C-3PO. I really wish they didn't give him the red arm, but they did. Overall, details excellent. You see his wires there exposed around his midsection. But I wish he didn't have the red arm yet, but he does. Good gold paint. Does not scratch easily. Scratch at all, actually. There's his stamp. He weighs 0.6 ounces. Definitely feels a lot lighter. And he is about 3.5 inches in height. So we're sticking with droids. Here's our awesome, lovable R2-D2. He definitely has some wear and tear intentionally on him. Painted on him, which I kind of like. Gives him a little more realistic look. Good weight to him. He's pretty sturdy. He does sell really well. Not the best seller, but he sells well. 2.5 inches in height and 1.2 ounces. Like I say, he's a little thicker, so he's a little heavier. We'll do Lando Calrissian next. Pretty decent likeness to Billy D. Williams, except for maybe the high forehead there. Now, he scratches easily. His cape, I just took him out of the box for this video, and you can already see he's got a scratch here. And that's just me gently taking him out of the box with wire cutters. So that's my biggest complaint on him. Okay paint job. The gold on his cape isn't very well painted on. His face is okay. He's got some wonky hair here that is skin colored and black. Crazy ear there with the mold. But again, he I guess the Star Wars man, I never noticed it. They like their heels. He weighs 1.2 ounces and about 4.25 inches high. This set obviously goes from movie to movie. So here we've got a clone droid here, clone trooper, with his gun. He's got the extra plastic to help protect his legs because they are pretty thin, like they're supposed to be in the movie. Not a bad paint job. He's all pretty much one color. He's got a little bit of battle scarring there, but he's all one color, so it's really hard to mess that up. He weighs 0.6 ounces and about 4 inches in height. You'll also find this guy and a few others in the Star Wars prequel set in Disney parks. The Disney figurine mega set is a much better quality than the prequel set with all the figurines. If we're going to talk about prequel set, here is Darth Maul with his lightsaber, double-sided lightsaber. Now again, the Disney Parks prequel set is not as good as quality as the mega set. This is separate. You'll have to put it in. His hands and his base is also separate in the Disney prequel park set. He is about 4.5 inches in height, weighs 1.4 ounces. Decent paint job. He's got a little bit of a, I think that's intentional. There. The gold, the robes, definitely scary looking. Decent there. A little bit bend, but they don't break. I've never broken a lightsaber, so that's good. Okay, this next guy is my favorite piece of all of them, General Grievous. He is also in the prequel set, but he doesn't have his cape, and he's not as sturdy. This is a really good seller for me, actually. Probably the second or third best seller in the set. And he is almost 4 inches in height. And look at that width. About almost 5 inches in width. I love the detail on him. 1.8 ounces. With the cape, the quilted cape, and then all of the lightsabers. He's pretty ferocious looking, and the texture on the cape does not scratch easily, thankfully. But he's pretty sturdy. Even though his legs are kind of skinny, he is really well attached. So this is one of my favorite pieces of the whole set, and he also sells really well. Here is Mace Windu, Samuel L. Jackson, decent likeness of him, with his purple lightsaber. Decent paint job, got a little bit of texturing there, does not scratch. Got a little, his bald head, he's got the mold line through his bald head, poor guy. But overall, not a bad piece. Not a great seller, but not a bad piece. 3.75 inches in height. Weighs 1.6 ounces. Decent job there. Go on to another Jedi. Here's Qui Gon. Now they do also have a new Jedi set. Disney sort of just introduced within the last few weeks, and Qui Gon and Mace are in there, and as well as Anakin. His particular paint job is okay. At least both of his eyes are looking to the left, but his right eye is not a very good paint job. Got a little bit of flesh-colored hair there, and looks like he's using the Force as well as his lightsaber there. But not a bad paint job other than the eyes, and they vary figurine by figurine. Here we've got bad guy, Count Dooku, I think it's called. Dooku. He scratches so easily. The easiest of all of them. I just took these out not too long ago. Thankfully, he does not have any scratches, but I have to be really careful storing him. And you need to be really careful storing him, because his cape scratches super, super, super easy. Okay paint job. Eyes are both looking the same way, although they're kind of small. These guys, lightsaber here that's got still a little bend to it. But he sells really, really well, and I have to be really careful with him, because just taking him out of the box, he will scratch easily. He's about almost 4 inches in height, 1.4 ounces. Here we've got a stormtrooper, looks to be from the last movie. Got New Hope, Jedi Strike, or The Empire Strikes Back, and The Return of the Jedi. Return of the Jedi. Okay. Sorry, I've been shooting a lot today. Mine's kind of, but he is definitely seen some action there in the Forest of Endor, and a really good paint job. I actually really like this stormtrooper, and he is 3.5 inches in height, 1.2 ounces. He's got his pack there with his blaster. I really like him. Hanging with the bad guys, we got Darth Vader. Actually, the Darth Vader from the Rogue One set is better than this, better quality. It's not bad quality, but the Darth Vader in the Rogue set is, it has the chokehold, and I really, really like that one. It's a little more substantial, it's got a little more detail. His cape does not scratch very easily, thankfully. See, his Darth Vader has the rigid pants there, and the decent paint job overall, no real complaints. His lightsaber, again, a little curved. There's the bottom there with the stamp. But yeah, I prefer the Rogue One, Darth Vader, and I hope they use him more in future figurines. 4 inches in height and 2.2 ounces. Yeah, he's got a little more weight to him. There's Darth Vader there. Okay, we've got Jango Fett. No Boba Fett. One of my complaints in this set, and I'll talk about that in a little bit. But you've got Jango Fett there, his dad. Jango is also in the prequel set, and he's okay as far as quality goes, other than, you know, his base is separate from him on the prequel set, whereas he's all one piece here. It's definitely better quality with the mega sets. He is 3.75 inches in height, 1.2 ounces. Really decent paint job. Boba, I've showed in the other set, shows more wear and tear on his bounty hunter uniform, but Boba's in pretty pristine condition there. His jetpack and his guns there. 2 more figurines to go. We've got the Jawa there. His gun. He is 2.5 inches in height and weighs 0.6 ounces. Smaller, decent seller for me. Okay paint job. A little bit. Their faces are kind of hidden anyway in the movies, so it doesn't have a lot of detail to his face, which is understandable. This guy's pack, decent paint job, no issues with that. Last but definitely not least, my best seller in the whole set is Wicket the Ewok from Return of the Jedi. Great paint job, no complaints. He's got his spear there. He is 2 inches in height and 0.6 ounces. He sells fast. If you're looking to get him quickly, because I only have a couple left, and only one of the few sellers of these on eBay under Mom's Closet. So you definitely want to check that out. My biggest complaints on this set, and you'll notice, there is no Leia, there is no Han, not even Boba Fett. Really wish they would have included that. It would have been nice to have Jabba the Hutt too. That would have been really cool. There is a discontinued... No. Now they have it in Disney Park set with Han and Leia. Han and the Kryptonite Han shooting a blaster. You can find those. Let's see if we can get all of these in one shot together here. I was a little worried I wasn't going to be able to do this. My tripod broke right before I did this, but luckily I got it put back together. So you got all these sets. I do recommend this set. If you want to get them all, great. If you want them individually, you're really not going to go wrong with any of them. Again, the bestseller is Wicket, the Ewok. The one that scratches the most is Count Dooku. Dooku. You can always correct me in the comments. Not even sure if I've sold a Jango before. Here we go. Get all these guys together here. Pick a bow for you. R2-D2. That's about all I'm going to be able to fit in the screen here. But that's okay. So if you have any comments or questions, please leave them in below. If you have any insider information what the next figurine set, the mega figurine set, is going to be, I would love to find out. That would be so cool. If you like this video, if you found this informative, please give me a thumbs up. Sorry for bumping the camera there. I do review other figurine sets, more technical reviews for the bakers and the collectors out there. But if you want to learn more about those, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you.